How much money do I need to retire? That's not that bad. How much do I have? Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're doing well and you're ready for the weekend. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe button and turn on those post notifications. At this point, I've made a couple of videos on debt, retiring, investing, and savings. And it all sounds good in theory. I can get to retirement age and have plenty of money to last me through the rest of my life, or I can become a millionaire by just following these steps and investing a certain amount of money, and over time I'll become a millionaire. And it sounds good when you're looking at the big picture and you see the final goal. But you need to have goals along the way to help you know that you're on track. For example, if you expect to be a millionaire in 10 years, odds are you're not going to have $100,000 in your account your first year. This is because of compound interest. Compound interest makes it where your money grows on top of the growth that it's already grown on. So it's just a lot of growth. But if you're expecting to retire at 65 or 67 and you're 25, 30, 40, 50, you've got a couple of years until retirement. And if you're 30 and you've got 35 years left to retirement, along the way it can get kind of hard to keep doing what you're doing if you don't see the growth that you're expecting to see the final number that you want to get to. So what I'm doing in this video is just giving you some milestones that you should have at a certain age so that you know that you're on track for retirement, to have a comfortable retirement. And as always, I'll try to give an example that you can do at home with your money. In an article that I was reading on Forbes.com, they were telling you how much money you should have by each age, 30, 40, 50, and so on. And it came from two different investment companies, Fidelity and T. Rowe Price. Now they both have a little bit different ideas on how much you need at each age, but in the end, they both leave you with a substantial sum of money. By the age of 30, Fidelity recommends that you have 1 times your annual salary saved up in a retirement account, where T. Rowe Price recommends that you have half of your annual salary saved up in a retirement account. Now that's not to say if you make $50,000 a year all the way up until you're 29 and then right before you turn 30 you make $100,000 a year. Well, you don't need to have $100,000 in the account. You should have the average of what your salary was. Now at age 40, Fidelity says that you should have 3 times the amount of your annual salary in your retirement account. T. Rowe Price says that you should have 2 times the amount. So in 10 years, you should go from 1 time to 3 times, or half of your annual salary to 2 times. That's multiplying your money by 3 in 10 years, or multiplying it by 4 in 10 years. Now this may seem impossible at the time because you're going to put the same amount of money in from one decade to the next decade, but it's really just compound interest at work. It helps you grow your money faster than what you can put it in at. By age 50, Fidelity says that you should have 6 times your annual salary saved up in your investment account, and T. Rowe Price says you should have 5 times your annual salary saved up in your investment account. At age 60, Fidelity says that you should have 8 times your annual salary saved up in your investment account, and T. Rowe Price says you should have 9 times your annual salary saved up. Now, for this last number, Fidelity assumes a retirement age of 67, and T. Rowe Price assumes a retirement age of 65. So at 67, Fidelity says that you should have 10 times your annual salary saved up, and T. Rowe Price at 65 says you should have 11 times your annual salary saved up. So I'm going to give you an example now. If you've watched some of my videos before, we're going to go back to our good friend Tim. Tim makes $50,000 a year and he's 25. Now let's make a couple of assumptions. One, we're going to assume that every year he gets a 2% raise from now until the time that he retires. Next, we're going to assume that he gets 9% return on his investments because he's investing in good growth stock mutual funds that we know grow 9% year over year on average, according to the S&P 500. Finally, I'm going to give you the numbers of what he would have at each of these different ages if he invested 5%, 10%, and 15% of his annual salary into his investment account. 15% is what most investment companies recommend that you invest so you have a comfortable retirement. But we'll run the numbers and we'll see if the 5% or 10% can be sufficient for Tim to invest over time so that he'll meet the numbers that he's supposed to meet for his retirement goals. So from age 25 to 30, Tim invests 5, 10, or 15% of his annual income. And when he turns 30, he's going to have $19,000, $39,000, or $59,000 in his retirement accounts respectively. As we can see, 5% isn't cutting it, and 10% beats the number that T. Rowe Price set out for us, but not what Fidelity does. 15% beats both numbers. At age 40, Tim is going to have $92,000, $185,000, or $278,000 in his retirement account respectively. And again, only the 15% beats both estimates of Fidelity and T. Rowe Price. 10% only beats the T. Rowe Price estimate, and 5% again, not cutting it. At age 50, Tim is going to have $275,000, $551,000, or $827,000 in his retirement accounts, investing at 5%, 10%, or 15% of his annual income. Now, what we see here is 10% beats both numbers from Fidelity and T. Rowe Price. And this is because compound interest is finally taking over and we're getting that snowball effect where now our snowball is getting really big and growing faster than we can put money in. The 15% increment is again beating both numbers. So 15% is really the safe number here. And 5%, we can go ahead and just stop reporting on 5% because they're not cutting it. At age 60, at 10%, we're going to have $1.4 million in our account. And at 15%, we'll have $2.1 million in our account, which far exceeds Fidelity and T. Rowe Price's estimates of what you should have. Finally, if you were to invest 15% of your annual income every year from 25 to 67, making $50,000 a year with 2% raises every year, you would have $4.1 million. At 10% a year, you would make $2.7 million. And if you were to invest 5%, you would actually come out at $1.3 million, which is good because this number beats Fidelity and T. Rowe Price's estimate of what you should have saved up for a comfortable retirement. But this is the only time that it has beat what their numbers were suggested to be, which is kind of concerning that you could go from 25 to 67, 42 years of your life, and beat their numbers in the last year of investing. The safer option would be to invest 10%, and to put yourself far and above in a safe category, I would invest 15% of your pre-tax income. And Fidelity says that you should expect to live off of 80% of your pre-retirement income in retirement. And if we're using the 4% rule, we can see that Tim far exceeds what his pre-retirement income was with the money that he can take out every year at the 15% mark and the 10% mark. Now at the 5% mark, he doesn't meet that mark, so he may be a little tight on money towards the end of retirement. But if you want to get started investing, you can use the M1 Finance or the Robinhood link down below in the description. And what I'm going to do next is tell you the stocks that I'm investing in this week in my M1 Finance account. So first, we're going to generate the random numbers, and then I'll tell you what they are. At 420, we have Starbucks. At 499, I'm not even going to try and pronounce this. At 102, we have Chipotle. At 4, we have Abiomed. At 202, we have Fox Corporation. At 52, we have Assurant. And at 192, we have First Republic Bank. And as you can see, I'm putting in my $70 plus the 4 cents that I got in dividends last week into this account, and it will invest this money. As you can see, we're up 3.4% this week as compared to the negative 6% we were down for the year last week. This just goes to show that there are ebbs and flows in the market, and you've got to be willing to ride it. You got to ride the roller coaster up and down and keep investing over time. But that's it for this week. Make sure to start your M1 Finance account or your Robinhood account with the links down below in the description, or Buy the books that I recommended in my last video with the links down below in the description. As always, remember to like and subscribe. Till next time, see ya!